Hello YouTube, welcome to episode 36 of Cryptbeards XVII. Sorry about the abrupt ending of the last one. I don't know how much we've missed, but it's all going to just be me scrolling through combat reports that you've missed, so it's nothing too bad to miss out on. Although we did have a couple of doozies. I don't know if you saw, someone got, Rando 303 got grabbed with a leg by the tongue and thrown around. So, interesting, eh? Very interesting. Let me just get my stream back up on my phone so I can see we're actually sending out. We are, that's good. Sorry about that. Cool. So, let's get back into the action. We're looking for people who were bitten by the were-ass. So far it's only been Rando 303 for the first 5 pages, but that's where Rando died, and now we see that the human bard got bitten. Grabbed? Bitten, yeah, bitten. So let's keep going down. Please just keep attacking the human bard. Please just keep attacking the human bard. Ooh. Ripped his arm off. Throws the human bard by the head with the weir-ass's left lower leg. Intriguing. Sounds pretty kung fu. Bites the human bard. Many nerves been severed. Kicks the human bard. Dear. Kicks the human bard. Grabs the human bard. Punches the human bard. Releases the grip on... The weir-ass releases the grip of the weir-ass's left upper arm on the human bard's lower left back teeth. Any bite is bad, yes, but so far only the human bard has been bitten, and I feel like the human bard's going to die. Oh, God. Strikes the stray gosling. Animals can't become weird creatures, right? The weir-ass shakes the human bard around by the head, and the skull collapses. Weir-ass strikes the stray gosling. Stray gosling. Stray gosling. Stray gosling. Stray gosling. The recruit bashes the weir-ass in the upper body with a silver morning star, tearing the muscle and bruising the heart. Strikes the stray gosling. Bashed again. Shakes the stray gosling around. Recruit bashes it again. Oh, shit. The weir-ass bites the recruit in the neck and the severed part sails off in an arc. Okay, Avers has been found dead. He's written off. We don't have to worry about him. The human mace man gets attacked but gets out of the way. Gets bit. He bites another recruit. There's no way of knowing if these guys are actually the recruits. Which recruit is which? That's the thing. Human mace man bites the recruit. Morning star. So we need the recruit with the silver morning star. Oh, hang on a minute, there's more than one with a silver morning star. Oh, how do we pick it apart? Oh, let me just make sure that no other... The weir-ass bites the human maceman. Bites the Mark's dwarf. Oh, God. Bites the poet. Oh, no. So one of the poets has been bitten, so Christ knows what we're going to do about finding them. The recruit stabs the weir-beast in the lower body with her steel spear, tearing the muscle. The spear lodges firmly in the wound. Bites the recruit. Bites the recruit. Oh my God. Damn it. So we need to isolate the entire squad and a random poet. Huh? The human maceman bashes the peasant in the left foot. They changed back. Okay. There's a tide change. Look. All the red disappears. Tearing the fat. Attacks the Mark's dwarf. See, this is the point where it turns. Once he's been speared, that's it. Not a problem. Oh man, we're going to lose that entire squad. I'm damn glad I didn't send the main boys, though. That would have been a problem. So, in that case, we need to isolate those guys and whoever the peasant is. Not the peasant, the poet. So if you bear with me, I'm just going to go to Dwarf Therapist and figure out who the poet is. Poet. Sort by profession. God, we've got a shitload of poets in the fortress. We've got to get rid of some. Can I sort by profession? Yes, I can. Let's go over to the therapist together so you don't have to sit here listening to me babbling on. Hello. So not administrator, animal trainer, armourer, baby, bard, blacksmith, bone carver, bone doctor, brewer, butcher, carpenter, child, clerk, clothier, cook, crossbowman, dancer, diagnoser, doctor, dyer, elite wrestler, engineer, engraver, farmer, fisherman, fishery worker, furnace operator, gem cutter, gem setter, geographer, glassmaker, glazier, herbalist, mason, mechanic, metalsmith, miller, miner. Oh, hang on, we need to refresh. We need to read. Damn. Let's just scroll down until we see it. How many miners? We only lost one miner, right? Miner. Yeah, we only lost one. He was our best miner, but we only lost one. Planter, poet. Here we go. Oh, this guy's got to be it. Vispol Okomonal. What are you? Human poet. Got to be the guy, right? Arterial damage. Sensory nerve severed. This seems like the guy, doesn't it? What about this mechanic here? Why is he so fucked up? Oh, he's got an infection. It's from a previous attack, I think. Okay. If we had the... you have until the second day of the next month obsidian. That's the next full moon. Okay, so this guy here, Vispol Okamonal. What do you do? Let's have a look at your labours. You're just a poet. He's not even here. Right, we're going to banish. Banish! Banish! Back to the fortress. How do I banish people? See? No. That's not it. You. And what was his name again? Vispol. So we search. V-I-S-P. There he is. Human poet, currently resting. Can we banish the bastard? Manager? No, that's not it. View unit. Health, relationships, customize, set follow hotkey. Oh, you can set follow hotkeys, can you? Intriguing. V. Oh, okay. Wrong. V. Oh, I've got to find him first. Okay. What was his name? God damn it. It wasn't Onal, it was Vispol. So Q-V-I-S-P-O-L. Go to him. There we go. And V. Oh, for Christ's sake, he's in that bed. Okay. V. There we go. Vispol. General information? Is that right? G? No. Enter view job. P. Aha. Expel. E. There we go. Expelled. Get out of here, weird ass. You're done. Whew. Okay, so the weird ass, hopefully he can get out of here. That's going to be a problem. If he's wounded in the fucking hospital, he might just stay down there and not get out. But we'll do our best. Now, next thing we need is for the entirety of that bloody unit to get done. In fact, instead of that, I'm not going to get rid of the whole unit. I'm going to do banishing. We're just going to look at squad. Health. We're going to look at the banded lanterns. Not the Boreas castles, they're all good. Not the Night Rippers, not the No Squad. Banded lanterns, here we go. Anyone who's got any blood loss... Wait, that can't be right. Surely not. Lacerations? So, Nish and Eral. Okay. They look good. Build a wall round his bed. Okay, it's not the worst idea, Filthy. Remind me when we go back in, though. I mean, these are the only guys with lacerations, which presumably the bite would do, right? Is that what we're looking for? Shoot him in his sleep. If only... Can I just get the military to go and kill him while he's lying in his bed? I'm going to try that. Chief Medical Officer might not be too happy about it, but if it's an option, then let's do it. S. Glorious Castles shouldn't be stationed. Shit, why is that done? Okay, so K. Enter kill creature at cursor. There we go. No, we can't. They can't attack. Well, I think protecting is one thing. Getting upset when people charge in and bash people in the hospital is another. At least take him out. That's what I say. Cancel the station. Don't want them hanging around wherever they are, and they can get back on with their training schedule. Whew, okay. Sorry, I'm back in the old Dwarf Fortress without you. I'm terribly sorry. Let's go back to therapist quickly. I'm here again. So it's Eral and Nish, if I'm not mistaken. So what do we do? Banish or segregate? They're not namies. We can just banish. Eral Menzil, we're banishing. We're banishing. Let's go back to the fortress. Let's look for them. Q E R A L. Eral Menzil, the beekeeper. That's the guy, right? Let me just go back to therapist and check. Eral Menzil. Yep, that is correct. So you are getting banished. What was it? VP? Not like that. Z. Eral Menzil. There he is. We got him. We got him. E. Lovely. Okay, so he's expelled. Who else have we got? Nish. Nish Noramrith. Okay. UQNISH. There he is. Z. What? No. Z. There we go. And expel. Perhaps we should invest in mercenaries. We did have some mercenaries in the fortress, but they appear to have not actually done anything. Right, okay, I think that covers everything. So now we should have fewer people in the military. Let's go to our military screen. If that's paid off, the banded lanterns should have 2 empty slots. Got 1 empty slot. Well, Nish, you're out. And who was the other one? They must have already gone, right? It was Nish and Eral. Eral Menzil. No, you're not. You're out. There you go. Good. So we've got 3 slots in this squad now. Hopefully they get out of the place before. Ezreal's still there. Ezreal? Hang on. Check that again. Eral. Yeah, okay, you're right. You're good. We got that caught. 3 new meaty boys. That's what we need. What to do? Part of me feels like it might be fun if we can cage some weird beasts. Rather than killing them, just chuck them into a pit and have them stay down there. And then that can be our punishment. If anyone gets a bit too troublesome, we can say to them, would you rather go into the weir pit or would you rather go into the volcano? And then they have to decide. I think it's a good choice. Not for them, but for us. Right, let's see if they're getting any of this mining done down here. Some of these bedrooms are good. That's okay. It's not really what we're interested in. What I want to see is any of this being done yet? Nope. Once it is, it's going to be good. I've got to get out. They're all in the bloody. There we go. Everyone's out of the burrow again. Jesus Christ. That was dangerous. Everybody was rushing towards the burrow past the weirbeast. It could have been a lot messier. A lot messier, frankly. The last fort I had, I was able to put people that came petitioning for soldiering into the captain of the guard squad, but not any other squads. So okay. So you can have people come along and want to join as mercenaries, but they have to go in a specific squad. I'll bear that in mind. Although we're taking a pretty frequent pounding right now, so I'm not entirely sure this fortress is going to survive. I don't know if we have time for me to actually implement many of the defence options required, but we'll see. We'll see. We haven't got enough empty cages, that's a problem. How's the jobs doing? Can't really tell what's going on at the moment. It's okay, it's okay. If we calm down, stay cool. Hopefully our banished boys will be pissing off. Reindeer cow and yak bull is starving. That's fine, we don't need to worry about those. That's fine. Oh boy. Bit of a worry. Are we going to survive? When is the next bloody thing? Let's go to the hospital and check to see if that guy's left yet. He hasn't. Oh shit. Oh, hang on a minute. Thicket. He's been in the hospital for God knows how long, forever. Bone Doctor, okay. What's his name? Odom Cyclone Spear. How do we execute them though? That's the question. If I go, is there a justice screen? Not J. That's in the Z thing, isn't it? Justice. Murder of Edim Dwarven Child. Everybody's liking the mayor for that one. Oh, and for disorderly conduct. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So most of these killings are for the mayor, but we could pin one of these murders on someone else, right? Let's try it. Enter, convict somebody. What was his name again? What was the name of that little lad who was such much trouble? The poet. Is it? Let me just have a quick look back again. You wait there for a moment. I'm going into the profession screen. Going to health. This is where the poets are. Oh no, that's where the poets are. Down. Was it Visbol? I think it was Visbol, wasn't it? Let me just check his health. Yeah, it's Visbol. Okay, so we're looking for Visbol. Can we search? We can't. Keep going down till you see Visbol Scoundrel. Come on, you can do it. Let's accuse him of being a murderer and just get his head caved in by a hammerer. Visbol. Boom. Convicted. Lovely. Child killer. I mean, I know it's not strictly speaking justice, but it's the closest we'll get. We need to get someone down there to hammer that fucker in the head. That's a good point. Do we have a hammerer? No. You know what? Let's make Fuzzy the hammerer. When you really want the guy to die, send a guy with good skills and an artifact weapon. Excuse me. Good. So, Fuzzy, well done. Congratulations on your new appointment, by the way. I mean, you're in charge of justice now. Come on, get down there before that bastard wakes up, though. Cave his head in the hospital. That's what we want. That's what we need. Have the other boys left the fort yet? Who were they again? Not the guys in the laborious castle. Sorry, I'm back on the therapist screen. Lacerations. There we go. It was Eral and Nish. Let me just read the fortress, see if they're still there. Come on, get GTFO. Oh wait, they've been taken out of the military, so I wouldn't see them in there anyway. Excuse me. Eral? ERA. Sorry, I'm just going through here. Aral Menzil still in the fortress. Shit. Why? Grasp impaired. Nerve damage. Ability to grasp. Why aren't you leaving the fortress? I have banished you. The hospital's now a prison. No shit. No shit. Let's go back to the thing. Oh shit, it's been running in the background. Oh dear. Who's in here? Kodak the Engraver? Cogsack, sorry, not Kodak. Are all of our Thickot, Lickot, Kivish, Nish, Odom, Eral, Vispol, Id, Dema. Part of me thinks wall it off. Odom Cyclone Spear. I'm doing it. I'm walling it in. I don't think... Is there a Chief Medical Dwarf there? Let's just see where Lanicerus is. Q... Is it Q? Search. O-N-I. Oh, no. She's miles away. Sleeping in a corridor. Sounds like a doctor thing. They do that, don't they? Shit. Hospital, that was it. I had a momentary, complete breakdown of my thought process. Hospital? Hospital. Okay, so we've got one bone doctor in there. It's going to have to be sacrificed, to be honest. It's going to have to be. The only way to save the fortress is to wall off the hospital. So, build, capital C, W, wall. I want a wall across here, KK. Enter, and we want to make it out of Gabbro blocks, because Gabbro blocks will get built quicker. Bang. There we go. Can we prioritise that construction? Don't think we can we? No, well, fingers crossed it gets done quick enough. Remove the tables and wall around their individual beds. I don't know if we're going to have time. I'm going to have time, to be honest. I want to just get this walled in and then bingo, because if we don't get the wall built quickly enough, I mean, it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Come on, come on. Who's that? Who's this guy on the stairs? Who are you? Kivish? Ass? Right, okay. Just to make sure that they stay in here, we're going to say add a new burrow, enter, in quarantine. Quarantine. There we go. Nice little quarantine. We're going to paint inside the hospital as our quarantine zone. Good. And then we're going to add citizens to the borough. So, please, I hope their expulsion orders haven't come. Oh, no, wait, they're being expelled, aren't they? So if they get up, they're going to piss off, right? That's the theory. We'll see how it goes on. You have about 18 days. I don't know how long a day is in Dwarf Fortress. I very rarely even follow even slightly what's going on. What are you doing in here? Odom the Miller? Cogsack the Engraver? Okay, people are visiting the... Oh no. Get that place walled in. Get it done. Get her done. Come on, get her done. And then, here's an interesting notion. We build a shitload of cage traps behind the wall and then deconstruct the wall when they're in weir form and get them captured, right? Although there's going to be more than 3 people in here, aren't there? Oh, God. What are you doing, Cogsack? Feeding somebody? Oh, no, getting fed. Okay. Come on. Someone just threw a llama wool glove. Who is this crazy striptease artist? Rith the farmer. Okay. Fair enough, if that's how you feel. Weird creatures are trap immune. I think you can capture them. I've captured weird beasts before, for sure, but I don't know if that's because they've turned from weird beasts to others, right? Who keeps coming to feed the wounded? I don't think so, mate. This is a lost cause, this whole place. How do we... No? E? What am I doing? Because I press E and nothing happens. Oh, enter, expel. Ah! Okay, you've got to confirm the expulsion. Who was that? Was that Nish that I just expelled? No, Nish is somewhere else. Nish. Kivish, Likot, Thicket, Aban, Vukar, Az, Cogsack, Ispol, Dema. Where in the figgins has Nish gone? Let's search for him. Q Nish. There he is. Let's go to him. Nish, expel, enter. Nish relieved Bell. Oh my goodness. There's a euphemism or at least a double entendre in there. Okay, Nish, where you going? Where you going, Nish? Where you going? Where are you going? Where are you off to? Once they turn back from weird creatures, they can be trapped. There are also 1 or 2 tricks to beat the trap immunity. Okay. Good. Good. Oh shit, Fuzzy isn't escorting them for hammering, is he? That could be a problem. Don't want Fuzzy getting caught out. We must ensure they cannot be a threat if they do not leave. You are correct. Let's pause quickly. Back down to here. They've still not built that damn wall. However, gone. Banished. This is good. Let's see if Nish is still in the fortress. Q Nish. He's gone. Oh, sweet. Nish is gone. Who was the other lad? Blah, 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 blah. The other guy was Vispol, wasn't it? Vispol. V-I-S-P. Ah. Cool. They've gone. Problem solved. Just had to actually press enter on the expulsion. Let's get rid of this wall. Remove building. Bingo. Good stuff. No need to panic. Problem averted. So if you have a stone trap next to a cage trap, they might get caught in the cage from dodging the stone. Seems like a good method. Just sort of like intersperse them. Sounds good to me. Prepare the forces just in case. Well, I mean, sure. But where? That's the question. Where do we want the forces to be? Probably in the middle of this bit here, the big thoroughfare, right? That kind of makes sense. Squad, laborious castles, banded lanterns, move. I want you just outside the fortress here, please. Just so we're ready to go to wherever the problems are. Okay, that's good. That's good. Imagine if the weird beast went rampant in the inn. Yeah, that would be an issue. Although I have no problem walling off the inn. All those people can just die. Although it'd be an absolute frame rate nightmare. We'd have to flood the place with magma. That's the better way than burning it down. If there is furniture next to a cage trap, they might get caught in the cage when they go to smash the furniture. Okay. Also, putting statues into the open area around your fort, you'll get a statue toppled message to alert you to their presence while they're further away. Oh, that's an interesting little early warning system, Filthy. I like it. They still haven't cleared all these bloody corpses away, have they? How many dwarves have we got left? Let's have a quick peek. 137 adults, 44 children, and a tiny, vulnerable baby. Poor, poor, vulnerable baby. Vulnerable babies die easily. Oh, we're getting miasma from the dead. The stink of the dead hangs in the fortress in a purple cloud. As it does. Yeah, and surround the statue with traps. Okay, I can do that. You know what? I'm going to put some orders in for more thingies. More mechanisms. Have we got any stored? Not yet. So, JMQ mechanisms, and I would like rock mechanisms, please. There we go. And we're going to need quite a few, so let's just start pumping them out. 50, please. Thank you. Okay, we're getting some leather made, or at least being put into the leather stockpile. I don't know if it's actually being made here, but we'll see. I've got a couple of statues available, so let's go straight to the surface. Let's come out here, and oh man, is that Plutonium Jesus' corpse still out here? This man's a goddamn war hero. Somebody get him buried. Okay, so we're going to build a statue over here. Build statue right out there. One of the slate statues. There we go. And then later on, we'll put a cage trap in there when we've got some mechanisms and cages. An outside pasture is great to put cats and rabbits. The weirbeast would chase them around the map instead of attacking dwarves. That's a good idea as well, actually. Yeah, put a nice little rabbit place, and then not only will we have a lovely endless supply of glove and slipper fur, but we will also have something to distract weir asses when they attack us, which is nice. The military boys are good. Is it the 18th you said that it was going to happen again? Come on. 737 1117. One more day. And come on. Come on. I think you can have weir anything in this game, which seems, you know, a weird dwarf. There we go. 18. Have they gone? No notification. The second day of the month. Oh, okay. Oh, we had 18 days. I get you. No, I remember. Okay, so we've got a little while longer. How many days in a month? 20 something you said? Scrolling up chat. 18 days we had. 28 days to a month. Okay, so we've got 10 more days at least. That would be quite cool if you could have like a weird human dwarf. That would be really strange. Just like changing into like you'd suddenly get shorter and turn into a dwarf. Or taller and turn into a human, of course. Of course, if you turn into an elf in the full moon, then kill yourself. I mean, I know I would. If I knew that my morphic resonance had been shifted so badly into the no zone, I would definitely consider ending it all. Yeah, that's it. Let your kids play out there. It's not like we've got weirbeasts attacking or anything. Christ's sake. Dwarven parroting. Am I right? Of course I'm right. What's this? Another dead body? Is there another... Oh, that's the actual original were creature's body. Damn you. Damn you. There is a lot of blood knocking around. I'm hoping we've got enough coffins to bury everyone in. I better check to see if we've got any empties. Wait a minute, is he carrying a goblin? Hang on. How do I get back to inventory? Korod Nulsekios. Human blood? Why are we putting humans in the goddamn graveyard? There you are, Buckshot Brigade. There's your coffin. We found you. Rice's 009, Luto, Rando. That hasn't been built yet. These are available. We are very low. Very low indeed on burial space. Do we have any actual coffins to place? Whew. Thank goodness. We're going to have to pack them in. As many as possible. No, not there. Not there. There we go. In the middle there. Presumably these rooms are going to be passable with coffins in the middle. I mean, oh, there's missing space there. We can put one in there. In fact, you know what? Let's just put a big long row of coffins like that. Don't think it's going to be enough, but we've got more coming. So, fingers crossed. That's true. If we can have humans in the fortress. Look at all this bloody miasma. It's not good. Although it looks like some of the cage traps have been reset. No, it's just the miasma making them look like that. Dag nabbit. Come on, guys. If there is no space for them to be put into the graveyard, then maybe we put them in the corpse stockpile. You know, like this one. We've got got a dwarf in there. What's the problem with that? Is everybody getting too miserable every time they walk through the death corridor? There's still a lot of blood in the bloody tavern, but there's less than there is in the corridor. Come on, guys. Get cleaning. Bodies should be moved as a priority over clothing, right? All these clothes and bits and bobs lying in the hallway, they're not really priority number one. Oh, we're in trouble. If another attack comes, we're absolutely buggered. Oh, it's the 20th. 7 more days now, it's the 21st. Ooh, the moment of truth. Did the banishings work? Was the banishing the correct response? I hope so. Because we have just sent out 3 weir asses into the wild, so God knows where they're going to end up. Part of me feels like maybe... Now here's an idea. Would this work? If you can capture some weir creatures, you assign them to the military, you leave them in a locked up training room just like the vampires. But at the point where they've just turned back into dwarves, send them out on a mission to attack somewhere. And then, fingers crossed, the next time they go nuts, they're not in the fortress and they're actually attacking goblins. That would be good. Because if you had 10 of them turn up at once, that would be a bloody nightmare. Come on, it's the 22nd. Time's ticking over. I feel like I should be doing other things, but it's a very tense moment here, just waiting for things to happen. How's the industry going down here? Not too bad. We've got some spike balls being created. What do our stocks look like in terms of steel? Let's have a quick look. E-S-T-E-L. Not too bad. We have 60 steel bars now, so we're doing pretty good for steel bars. Pretty good, but not the best. Could be worse. Or could be better, rather. That steel warhammer isn't in anyone's inventory. Why? Oh, well, we'll see. We'll see. I tried that, but it's hard to line up the full moon with their arrival. Yeah, good point. Yeah, you don't want them turning back up just as everything goes tits up. That would be suboptimal. Subpar. Actually, no, subpar's better than... It's good, isn't it? Coming in under par is good. So... Sir par? Oh, I don't know. I don't know golf. It's just me being silly even trying. Can we put some beds in here? Yeah. Beds. Cool. Doors? Should have some doors. 4 nickel doors. Bit weak, but it's okay. Let's go to the other bedroom zone. Shift F2 up the bed column. One. Got some doors on these. There's one there, one there, one there. That one's already got one. Go up a floor. There, there, there. Up a floor. There, that's the last door. And then if we've got any more beds, let's find some rooms to put the beds in. Got placement orders. Build bed. There we go. Oh, we've got plenty of beds. We probably should be able to fill these bedrooms up. I get the horrible feeling this is all going to be for naught because I've missed some werewolf infection and they're just going to rip. I say werewolf, were-ass infection, and they're just going to rip through. I really wish it was an actual were-ass and not a weird sort of donkey. Is an ass a type of donkey, or is it one of those hybrid mule type affairs? Good question. Good question, scoundrel. Well asked. The 23rd, we've still got a few more days to go. What is it, 4? 5 days, 6, 7 days. An ass is just another word for a donkey. They're the same thing. Well, there we go. It's a weird donkey. So, rather than an enormous pair of buttocks attacking everybody, we should really recalibrate our minds and think more in terms of the kids who get taken to that island in Pinocchio. That's what attacked. And now it sounds like that. I'm thinking, how did we get so badly wounded? How did so much trouble happen? That doesn't seem right. The kids from Pinocchio couldn't do anything, apart from die in a salt mine. It does make it much more hilarious when it's a huge pair of fart knockers. Knicker knockers. I prefer fart knockers. We'll stick with fart knockers. Oh, come on. Come on. The doomsday clock is being watched. We've got 4 more days of this month and then 2 more. So we've got 6 days to go. Come on. Clear out the corpses at least before the next wave of misery begins. The military aren't going to be happy just staying out there all the time as well. Maybe we should give them something a little bit more meaningful to do. I mean, just standing there isn't going to help much, is it? Mind you, if any of them are infected, the moment they turn, the rest of the military will be there to fight them. Although, probably also get infected in the proceedings as well. We should be training them, probably. Yeah, you're not wrong. It's still a few days away. Let's go to the... Hello? Crash? No, it's all good. AC, cancel orders. There we go. Get back to your training. Get back to your training, boys. We'll see how it goes. If I recall correctly, the definition between ass and donkey is that asses are wild. Oh. Wild asses. Asses gone wild. Shouldn't have done that. I was attempting to mimic a donkey's braying, but unfortunately, all I did was start a coughing fit. Idiot. Keep the main force on guard and train the new recruits. I don't know if we can actually have that fine degree of control at the moment. It's just send the squad training or don't send the squad training. So, I mean, the Laborious Castles has more new recruits in it. However, they also have our best fighters in. So, I don't know what the best thing is there. The predecessor of the donkey is the African wild ass. I mean, I didn't realise there were wild donkeys. I just assumed they were domesticated animals. Or maybe there aren't anymore. Are there wild cows? I know there are wild pigs, but pigs are a fucking nightmare to keep contained. Wild cows seem less likely. I mean, obviously we can talk about other cow-like animals, but none of the things we would call cows, right? Not in most civilized areas. Oh, okay. But you don't see, like, herds of cows going across the plains of Africa. I mean, because like their ecological niche is filled by things like antelopes, right, and gazelles and stuff. There are wild horses, though, aren't there, in America? I thought that the timeline was horses evolved in the American continent, travelled over to the European continent and European Asian continent, died out in the Americas, ice bridge melts. Europeans come back to the Americas, reintroducing horses, and then horses escape and go wild, and now you have wild, like the Mustangs and stuff, like herds of wild horses in America. Or maybe I'm wrong. There's only a few dozen herds of wild horses. Oh, okay. Okay, so there are some. There are some, but it's not a thing. It's not a real thing. There's one island of wild horses in the US that I know of. I'm assuming you mean like a population island rather than an actual physical island floating in the water, because that would be weird. And now we witness the majestic sight of the floating horse island of Lake Erie. There we go. Eventually I got to an American lake. I nearly said Titicaca, but of course that's a Mexican lake. So, not that much good. Oh, bison, which I suppose are very close to cows. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Buffalo, yeah. Although, strictly speaking, they are distinct from cows, right? They're not actual cows, because a cow has undergone millennia of human breeding programs. Eugenically designed. Cape buffalo populate most of Central and Southern Africa. Yeah. Buffalo are fucking huge, aren't they? Those great big horns they have. Wild chickens. Wild chickens. And what do they look like? Are they big? Are they big? Like a good meal? Or are we talking some kind of precursor creature? Something that's been bred by humanity to get something. Jungle fowl. Really colourful. Give me a minute. I'm going to Google this while we wait for the for the horrible, inevitable Weir incursion to repeat itself. Let me just do a quick look. Jungle fowl. There we go. Jungle fowl images. Oh, they are. Ooh. Actually, a lot of them just look like slightly more colourful cockerels. I'm presuming these are lots of pictures of males. The green or Javan jungle fowl is a pretty boy. Ooh, very pretty. Man. They look a bit lean, to be honest. They don't look like, ooh, I've got a chicken, yum yum. They look a bit, shit. If you'd ended up with that on your plate. Man, they are good looking birds though, aren't they? I don't normally say that, but these are fancy fellas. Fancy lads. I'm not going to put them on screen, but I recommend you guys Google jungle fowl in Google Images and take a little look yourselves. Pretty birds. Real pretty. Oh, we've got one more day. We've got one more day. They're also the most dangerous of the African Big Five. They're not only the most populous, but most aggressive, and the ones that killed the most people. What? Oh, you mean the buffalo, not the chickens? Because of course that would be crazy. Yeah, we're the second. Hooray! We've made it. We got rid of all the fucking weird creatures. I can't believe it. The plan was a success. I'm making a note here. Huge success. There we go. A little bit of a very badly mangled, very old meme song. Meme riders in the sky. Yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yi-yi. Sorry, we're terrible. Arizona has a wild population of peach-faced lovebirds. That's a stable breeding population. They live in cacti, which is pretty amazing. I tell you what, the UK has a very, very thriving population of green parakeets. They were released as pets, and now they're all over the place. You see them constantly flying around, these bright green birds. We've got a lot of peacocks in the UK as well, but I think just by their bulk and their, they're not particularly... I don't think they can fly, can they? They don't tend to get out of the places where they live. They're usually in, home, like estates, stately home estates. Good Lord, my brain was falling apart. You know what? The thing about invasive species in the United States is there is one state that really takes the biscuit, and that's Florida, because it's got lax pet laws. Oh, for fuck's sake. Mebzeth Zuntermiger, the cook, has been cursed by Aros Crazebone. Brilliant. Fucking perfect. Who was it? Who? Is it you? You. Cursed. What are you? What do you do? Who are you? Why are you here? What's the plan? He's not... Oh no! Oh, the library is covered in blood! Oh, we've got a weird creature on the loose. Thank God he's killed everybody in here, though. Oh, man. The academics. They've been slaughtered. No. Yeah, you definitely need to front up to turkeys and peacocks. You got to give them the big old roar, make yourself look big. Pretend you're a bear. That's the best way. That's the best way. Swans and geese can break bones. That's the understood logic or logic thingy. The cook says vampire when you follow them. Okay, so the cook's good, but Sazir, this lad here, the actual weird creature, he needs Figgins. I feel like we've hit the end. I feel like we've come to a place where this might not be redeemable. The weird-ass poet, Sazir Bardamabel. Okay, we only had one weird-ass, but he's made 49 pages of combat notifications. Oh, no! The military aren't even prepared for it. This thing's going to rip through the fortress like a nightmare. Well, that's the thing, Buckshot. I thought we'd got rid of everybody. Executing was not the issue. The people we knew were weird creatures have gone. All right, I tell you what. We're obviously in a spiral of non-recoverability. So let's go to Dwarf Therapist and turn on Dirty Cheat mode and figure out what's bloody well happened. Where is it? File. Options. Is that it? Yep. I'm a dirty cheater. Highlight cursed units in purple. Always show wound details. Allow labour setting on anyone. Oh, I'm going to use that forever now. I'm never going away from allow labour settings on anyone. I can't have all these damn entertainers turning up in the freaking fortress. Right, let's read the fortress. Have a little look and see who's actually one of our guys. I've been attacked by a Canada goose before. The best way of dealing with them is grabbing the fucker by the throat. Sure, their wings can bruise, but their beak will break your fingers. Man, that sounds quite scary, actually. They're not unintimidating animals. When you see the inside of their mouths, they do look pretty scary. Mind you, I mean, let's face it, once you've engaged in mortal combat with a goose, there's only two possible outcomes. Failure and death, or a lovely dinner. Very nice. It says Buckshot. He's actually on the same page there. Man, don't chuck it in the river. That's good eating. Geese and swan have teeth. My goodness. Of course, let me just make a quick caveat here. Don't go out and kill geese. Don't just attack geese. This is purely a scenario in which you have been attacked by a geese. And if you've brought that on yourself, attacked by a goose, and if you brought that on yourself, well, don't taunt geese. But you know, if a goose is actually attacking you, then I'm not going to call you out for killing it. So Claycree and Kib. Well, we were right. It was definitely Kib. I know all the evidence pointed to Kib the mayor being the guy, but at least we now have the proof. Let's scroll down a bit further. Zulban, he is a weird creature. Mesbeth. Oh, there's 2 of them. 3 of them. 4 of them. I don't think we're clawing this one back. I don't think we have a chance. How embarrassing to have the fortress fall to weir asses. Geese are territorial. That is something I've heard as well. They do charge up and attack. And they shit everywhere. That's also true. But they are also useful in a sort of permaculture style farms and sustainable farming as well, because not only is their shit decent fertilizer, but like ducks and chickens as well, they're pretty good at like scratching up land for planting. So instead of like having to furrow a vegetable patch, you can just put a wire chicken wire cage over the top and put some birds in it, and they'll scratch it up nice, eat any slugs and whatnot. They're great for pest control in terms of slugs and stuff. If you can get them to go around the outside of your veg and not rip all the plants up, then it will be slug apocalypse. I know in the UK you aren't legally allowed to kill swans that attack you. I mean, you're not allowed to just attack any animal, but I mean, swans in particular are property of the crown, so there is that. But I think if you're in a life, well, I say a life, if you're being attacked by an animal, I don't think defending yourself is an issue. I think you could plead self-defense on that one. I don't think you're going to get called up for murder. Fort's not dead. You got vamps in one spot and weirs in another. If the weirs kill everyone, then you can wall them into their own barracks and wait for migrants to repop. That is an option. But then we have to wait for the whole fortress to die out. So, people don't think geese and swans are dangerous until the point where they're in your face going. At that point, you start thinking, shit, what have I done? Where is my foie gras rod? Anyway, so not all of these are actually weir creatures, are they? Oh, that one's not a weir. Well, what is that one? Purple, stumbling obliviously. Okay, maybe they're a vampire or something. It's the right kind of purple. These guys are vampires, but it says vampire. This doesn't say any kind of curse. This one's a weir ass. This one's a vampire. This one's a weir ass. My goodness. Just the thought of being gnawed to pieces by a goose is actually quite frightening. I wouldn't want to be chewed up by one of those hideous bills. What's the difference between a bill and a beak, or is it just one is on a waterfowl and the other one's on another type of bird? The next full moon is on the 28th of this month, Obsidian. Oh, actually, now that we've put the cheats on, we can cope. Once the killing frenzy has stopped, we can capture and remove all of our weir creatures. Although part of me thinks pit them and have that weir pit thing. There's nothing we can do about them immediately, though. That's the thing. Let's go back to the fortress. Oh my god, it's another hour-long recording. What am I doing? Okay, let's go back down, find the weir creature, follow it, and see what happens. I say find the weir creature. There's 3 of them charging around the fortress. Figgins. Any down here? Nothing going on here. Anything in the fortress proper? Doesn't seem to be anything going on down here either. Okay, so where is the bulk of the enemy? Carpenter's been found dead, unsurprisingly. I'm not seeing a lot of action. The people in the temples don't look happy. It looks like we've got some corpses piling up on the stairs. Or is that blood just flowing down from the library? Maz the Human Poet. Have they changed? Have they changed back now? There's the Weirass. Weirass. Don't see it. Vampire Cook Mebzuth is fighting. Oh. He didn't last long, did he? Okay. I thought we had another one for the bloody thingy, but for the military squad. But no, apparently not. Ever see a fish swallow a duck? I've never seen a fish big enough to swallow a duck outside of an aquarium. The biggest fish I've seen in the wild is probably about 1.5 foot long trout. Oh, actually, no. Once I was walking along a riverside by a pub in Ainsford called the Golden Lion. I think it's now just a sort of restaurant pub, but check it out. It's a nice place. There was a fish just like lying in the water, and it had a big bite taken out the side of it. I think it was like a pike or something had bitten it, or maybe a fox had got it or something. I'm not sure. Anyway, it was lying there in the water with the side bitten out of it, still twitching occasionally. So I went into the water, I picked the thing up, and I walked back to where my parents were in the pub and went, "Look what I caught!" And everyone's looking at me like, "How did he catch that?" Because I've got the big bite side downwards so they couldn't see it, and they're all sitting there going, "You just grabbed that out of the water." And this thing was that was easily 2 or 3 foot long. It was enormous. But yeah, that's the biggest fish I've seen in the wild. But it was dead, but still twitching, so not too bad. Okay, it looks like everything's calmed down. The weirs have stopped attacking, so now it's time to figure out what to do. So let's pause. Take that deep breath. There we go. Catfish and bass. Oh, I've seen pictures of massive catfish and some big bass, but I wouldn't really be able to identify a bass just by sight. The catfish, very distinct with those barbel things on the front. But yeah, they get absolutely enormous. Fish don't really fear pain. Their brains aren't complex enough for it. The boiling thing is a myth, but it comes from the air escaping from the shell. I mean, I'm not sure I fully agree. I'm not sure I fully accept the idea that fish don't feel pain. I guarantee they don't feel pain the same way we do. But I have to point out that even if they do, I'm still going to eat them. That is not enough to put me off. Not by a long shot. So there. And lobsters, they just taste too good. I mean, sorry. I'm not going off lobsters. Mostly talking about small fish. Once you get over a certain size, of course, they start feeling real pain. I think I tell you what, those of you watching on YouTube, thank you very much for doing so. This hour-long video is about to end in a sort of very weird discussion about the nature of consciousness and pain, which, doesn't really have much to do with Dwarf Fortress. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye!